I know I didn't come to the jurors early this morning, so I'm here right now and I'm going to chat about a few things. This is a vertical live, so remember, I'm not in StreamYard, so it takes me a minute to like grab your comments. Happy Friday Eve. Y'all know I had to come through here at some point. And right now is the best time for me. Okay, I got a lot going on. Jurors, y'all know that the Cowboys and the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, will be playing tonight. Hence, that's why this live is early. Where all my football fans at? Now, it's a lot of women on YouTube that are absolutely football fanatics. And y'all know that the judge love her Cowboys. Okay, a lot of y'all might say, and I get this a lot, like, yo, judge, you from the DMV? What you doing? Ain't you supposed to be a Redskin and a Washington Commander? No, I'm just because I live here. Uh, it's because of my dad that I'm totally obsessed with football. And just because I'm from somewhere, why can't I admire another team? Okay. What's up, UK in the building? What's up, Faye? What's up, Plot? You said you don't mind American football? Well, wait a minute. Y'all got a different football up over there, up around there? What y'all got? UK foot? UK NFL? I thought it was worldwide. Whew, what a lovely surprise. Yep. I said, let me get on up around here. Because they don't like the judge to come around here and talk about nothing. And I appreciate you guys always rocking with me and support me. If y'all feeling generous, cash app the judge, okay? I promise you it will go to a good cause. Y'all know we not monetized, unfortunately, due to the judge running up around here with this reused content. Okay, the judge is trying to go behind the scenes and learn. I was just lazy. Okay, I'm gonna admit I was absolutely lazy. And it's not that I can't do the editing and this, that, and the third. It's just that I didn't have the time. Okay, now I was throwing stuff up around there, and YouTube threw us out until November. Okay, we'll be gone to November. Happy Friday Eve. Y'all know I get excited. Thank you. Oh, y'all got actual football? They call it soccer and rugby? Lord have mercy. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's so unique, man, to get to know people for yourself and open up your mind and heart. Okay, we're going to be chatting about Epstein. Okay, Lord have mercy. I know that's not going to be good for the algorithm, but the more you know, it's time things come to the forefront around here. It's a lot of stuff going on in the real news. I'm not talking about the gutter YouTube ghetto streets where somebody is one step away in a nice jail cell. I promise you it ain't the judge. Before I let it get that serious, I'll ask for help and proceed from there. Y'all don't see the judge up here every 5 minutes. Okay, the judge ain't up here every 5 minutes because people are waiting for things up around here. So the judge can't give them that. But I will be speaking about sisterhood. Okay, a lot of y'all came up around here and y'all saw me go through some stuff with somebody I held real dear on this ninja now. Okay, I ain't giving a damn about no content, clout, or none of that. If I rock with you, the judge rock with you. Pretty much. Let me get those likes up, guys. Do I have to go through wait a minute, can I go to a commercial? No, I can't go to a commercial on vertical. As long as y'all hear me, we good. That means my Bluetooth ain't on. Okay. I guess y'all hear me because you are like responding, but I don't think you guys are saying it. Could put a one in the chat. Oh, yes. Listen. Now, where was I at, Plotter? Shout out to my Cowboys. I got a feeling that they're going to head up around there all the way to the Super Bowl. I can feel it. I don't know why, but sometimes when you know. Okay, just like when you get married up around here to that loved one or that your forever partner. You know. Until 10 years down the line. And you realize it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Hey, shout out to the Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace. I know that don't have anything to do with the show, but it just depends on what mood the judge is in. Okay. I believe that them Cowboys, they're going all the way. Okay. Granted, wait a minute. I know they did a daggone thing last year. Yeah, in fact, they were on a unlimited vacation because they sucked. They were absolutely pathetic. Shout out to the Commanders because the judge ain't no hater. See, this courtroom, we're going to get back to sisterhood. I ain't forgot. But this courtroom, we pride ourselves on thinking for our daggone selves, okay? We pride ourselves on not needing no validation, okay? Up around here. And that's just the way it is. Come on, y'all. Smash the like button. We pride ourselves on that. What's up, Yolanda? Welcome in. I don't know why you over here cracking up. I swear for goodness, the judge is getting ready to spit it 100 to y'all. Oh, you like my B.I.G. Notorious? Hey, what little Kim man? Order in the court. I can't even play my drop. Listen, I'm kicking some flavor in y'all ears, okay? It's a lot on this internet. We're going to get back to sisterhood, but like I'm saying, our Cowboys, listen, we're going to go all the way, okay? Scratch last year record. Y'all know how that ended up. Them Cowboys did their thing. That little young Jalen Daniels up around there. Shout out to him. I believe he is actually is Jalen from Maryland? DMV? Yeah. So, but I believe they lost one game already, okay? I know it's early in the season, but who's counting? Shout out to my Cowboys. Shout out to my Washington Commanders. But those Philly Eagles, we're going to smash y'all and rock y'all tonight. Okay, wait a minute. I understand y'all have green jerseys, money green jerseys. Absolutely. But let me tell y'all something, Eagles. In my own opinion, you guys are no match for the Dallas Cowboys up around here, okay? And last time I checked, probably not the new Washington Commanders defense either. They looking pretty good up around there. I think that McLaurin up over there, he was able to get a heck of a payday up around there. So that was really, really good. Thank you for thumbsing up the video. Let's get the thumbs up around here. I know everybody live, but the judge got to come around here when it's conducive. All right. So listen, we're going to be speaking about sisterhood. And let me say this. Shout out to a lot of people. And a lot of people probably say the judge ain't said nothing, this and that. Like I said, with that toxic diamond, true diamond situation. Someone who I looked at as a little sister. You guys saw us go through a lot on this ninjanet, okay? Y'all saw us go through a lot. And right now, it's nowhere in sight. Even though you got a couple of haters running up around here, wishing upon a star, posting some of the craziest things that they can only be talking about themselves. And I wish them health, okay, and strength. But at the end of the day, make it make sense. I did not tell anybody to get involved with me and Talk's situation. Okay, it is what it is. It played out. Everybody have a right or whatever. But when it all boils down, stuff didn't play out to your liking and you're upset. No, I looked at that situation like family. And that's what we're witnessing with all about the trees and Pam. Reshape your reality, okay? Both of them are content creators / sisters / former friends. It's unfortunate. They are going through what they're going through. And this is how I feel about it. I have no dog in the fight, okay? I have a level of respect for both of these young ladies, period. No matter what they're going through, what the judge don't do is pick no side. Now, I might get a little pissed off here and there, but because we all have right to our own opinion. And we absolutely all have a right to move the way that we need to move. Proceed to give each other what we need. And if that means never rocking with each other ever again in life, then so be it. Everything doesn't have to be a fight, okay? I'm going to say that. My stance is on this, while I ultimately am a big, huge person, no matter what, because that's just the way my heart posture is set up. It is what it is. I pray for a speedy resolution, okay? Because see, everything ain't content for me because I have a level of respect for both parties involved. I will not get involved. I am one of those people that's praying on the sideline that Jesus be a fence. All around me every day, okay? At the end of the day, it is what it is. And it's playing out the way it is. And it's okay. It's a lot of you don't know what side to pick and don't know who you got to be loyal to. I say, let the leader in you guide you to where you need to be. See, a lot of us, whether we wanted you to understand us as content creators or not, a lot of you know us a little more better than hell, some of our family members. And it's unfortunate because the focus should not be on who's who and who's zooming who. It should be all about the content. And see, I don't take solace in the fact that me and Tux had our situation, okay? And these ladies are going through their situation to the same almost detriment where you care about somebody so much, you invite them to your home. What an amazing, peaceful offering as such. So when people battle whatever personal issues or whatever they're going through, I believe it should stick there. Okay? That's being respectful. Because it appears that neither one of these ladies have an issue with expressing themselves. I can't take a damn thing from neither one of these content creators. I ain't neither one of their BFFs or none of that. I am simply a woman, a content creator on this YouTube streets that unfortunately, even though they are where they are, I still wish them both the best and absolutely a speedy resolution, especially when I know there was once an ounce love, care, and respect there. And that's real. Okay? See, a lot of the messy heifers, they're going to unsubscribe from the judge as soon as we speak. Hey, and that's fine because y'all know the judge ain't on no clout run. Do you understand that? There's a lot of I can get up here and say. I just can't. I choose not to. Let's be clear about that. It is very unfortunate to witness some of the things and the people jumping into the arena without allowing both of them to work it out. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or forever. There was once a level of respect there, period, no matter how you look at it. See, that's the thing that goes on these streets. And we understand this. There was hurt and pain on my end, and I'm sure hurt and pain over there on True's end. At the same time, I'm sure it's there with these ladies. I take absolutely no comfort in seeing the demise. Whether it's forever or it has to happen, it is what it is. I don't take pleasure in that. Allow them to go what they're going to go through. Hey, might just be a video for video. Who knows? But be mindful of the words that we speak, man. I'm learning that every day. I'm learning that everything. Some things we absolutely can never take back in life. Ever. Some things we say and we honestly don't mean, but it's out there in the universe. That's just 100. You know, it's very unfortunate. Y'all people take YouTube way too seriously, period. I agree. What's up, baby? You know, it's unfortunate. Is it some good tea and juice and content? But ultimately, some hearts are truly hurting, regardless. My focus from this day forward will be my content. And my focus from this day forward will be doing what I need to do. Okay? And that doesn't entail getting around here. I know a lot of y'all be like, the judge had to go. No. Some things we just can't go round for round and pound for pound for. We especially when I did not do it to you. Period. Whether it's true or not. All right, baby, be safe in your travels. Thank you for coming through and catch the replay. Okay? It is what it is. That's where the judge stand. And a lot of y'all supporters, I'm asking you. I ain't say subscribers, I said supporters, because a lot of y'all been around here in this game for a minute. Y'all know each and every one of us. Y'all know our triggers. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know us. Y'all know when somebody threw a room up out there. Nah, they ain't did that. First of all, the other person is half across the world. Make it make sense. Thank you. Being the pastor is just too much being like Jesus. Okay. I'm sorry. Everybody gonna have to start praying for themselves up around here. Okay. Listen, I told y'all the judge is gonna try to be up in that number. She's a sinner, but she strive every day. I strive every day. That's just the way it is. My thoughts on the supporters in closing, and let me say this: I don't have time for YouTube beef, y'all. It's unoriginal and lack content and imagination on the part of the people who start fake beef. Yes, aren't we all? Absolutely. Ultimately, man, we also just be striving to just be one day better, not revisiting. Let me say this real quick to the supporters. Nobody should be able to tell you where to go, who to sit with, who to cheer with. Now, listen, it's okay to be a follower, and we respect that. However, nobody should force you to choose. Pick a side and choose. You do that absolutely on your own. If that person has made you feel, less than like you just can't rock with them no more, then do that. But I would never stop sharing or supporting or promoting whoever stuff. And in closing with these two, like y'all know both of them is talented as hell. Okay? Let's be clear. They got the skills to pay the bills up around here. Absolutely. You cannot take that away. Before we get to the Epstein victims, prayers up to the victims. Let me say that early. Authenticity and time of truth. See these comments going in and out. I'm trying to catch it. Freedom of choice. I completely okay. Listen, let me talk about 2021. I really, really get it. This court has considered and just sat back and thought about a lot of things that we witness and a lot of things that we see in this YouTube streets. Hey, it is what it is. We got a lot of new content creators. They don't know what the hell going on up around here. And some of them, quite frankly, they fail to do the research. So they automatically pick a side. Now, you might ask yourself, anything for clout? Who knows? It could just be that person whole perspective is to come around here and stay in the mess. Okay. You'll see them, watch them. They start linking up with certain people, spewing their rhetoric and their hate throughout these YouTube streets. We see it every day. Instead of people ultimately standing up and believing in themselves and their voice. Just because you're a supporter does not mean your voice doesn't matter. It absolutely does. But here's where I got an issue. The fact that people rarely go and do the research on the actual people that's involved in said situation. This is why I say 2021. Okay. I played a huge role in 2021. Unbeknownst to me, it done went down in history, and some bobbleheads, Kool-Aid head heifers right now is running up around here trying to regurgitate, procrastinate, and start procreating, going around here, and just turning people against people before people are given the absolute opportunity to get to know each other for themselves. See, let me say this. I have no fear or shame about a daggone thing that went down up on these YouTube streets in 2021. The judge take full responsibility. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the fact still remains, I'm living in the present, okay, in 2025. I could give up what happened in 20. If you have a lot of people, and I'm seeing this, people been screaming and yelling for years, okay? So-and-so did this and so-and-so did that, but they have yet to either take legal action. They have yet to do anything about it. But what they do is go to so-and-so and start sprinkling this old hate over here and sprinkling this hate up over there to further push their nefarious agenda. I don't want to hear nothing about 2021, okay? I can barely remember what happened last week. Let's be clear. It's sad and unfortunate that people can't find content No matter all this free content out here, your communities, your families, somebody is talented somewhere. Don't everybody got the skills to pay the bills? Like y'all can't focus on nothing else? Now we want to dig in a bunch of crates, and it's a lot of new supporters up here. Shout out to all the people that's just recently got monetized or getting subscribers and doing what they doing. They're passionate about their channels. They believe in themselves, so therefore they want the best for their channels. I respect that, and I listen. Nothing but admiration from me. Period. Okay? But who's to say while you're over here regurgitating 2021, that person has not changed from that. And then if you're so affected about whatever somebody did, yeah, me and 82 went through whatever. I don't say what the hell I had to say. And I'm not regurgitating nothing. Run the receipts to whatever you need to do. But understand 2021 and 2025 is two separate damn things. Because see, now I'm fixing, because you running around here digging in regurgitation bags and spit up bags and all that. Because you nauseated, you want to start that foolishness. So guess what? While defamation might be absolutely hard to prove, ain't nothing wrong with folks is regurgitating and throwing a little stocking up around there and harassing and defaming and all this old stuff. It's not fair. A lot of us have moved forward. If anybody, and I said this on my community wall, and I don't get mad. I don't care who get mad. Get the likes up, please. I don't care who get mad. Where is the police report? Where is the fact that you trying to get justice or this, that, and the third? Why try to poison everybody who is simply trying to move forward in their endeavors? No clout chasing needed. Let everybody get to know people for themselves. I know a lot of people was telling y'all, oh, the judge, she don't want you. That's always been a lie. My hand up to the heavens. I have never encouraged anybody to disassociate and not chill with so-and-so. So I have never done that. And that is facts. Grown people police themselves, not the judge. What might be for you ain't for you. The judge ain't for everybody either. I sure enough ain't. But I'm realizing a lot of people just are afraid to do what they believe in by simply not picking a side. Wishing folks the best, especially when you know people was tight. That's a difference for me. If somebody was real tight, yeah, I'm going to back up off that. That's like family. I don't care what happened in 2021. I don't care. Okay? That's my take on it. I will not be revisiting nothing from all the way around there other than things that I am trying to put closure behind. It was a very rough time for me up until I took a stance. Okay, let's be clear. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I will continue to do what I'm doing up on here and stand in my lane, pick and choose in my battles and going where the hell I'm celebrated and not just tolerated. It's just that simple. Because as a content creator, nobody should be placed in a position where they got to choose. So let's get into, so that's the judge, Shady Court take on these shady shenanigans going on up around here. My Cowboys is playing the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. Y'all know how that's going to go down. Yeah. Okay, West in Peace. We love you too. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. Lord have mercy. We appreciate any little thing we get. Okay. So, guys, y'all know this. The Epstein files was supposed to be, Lord have mercy, made public months ago. Then it was a fight. Then it got quiet. We didn't hear anything. And then it was a lot of stuff going on. Like, it was so much going on. Let's just put it that way. It was a lot going on. Okay. So people were fighting Congress. Lord have mercy. They were fighting to get different things released. Okay. Fast forward. Some things recently were released. Okay, a group of Epstein victims. Okay, and I'm not going to say alleged victims because I personally saw a lot of the victims. Yeah, you've been keeping up, Faye. Yep. Have you seen the news lately? A couple of the victims, guys, they spoke out yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you some of those stories that those young ladies, those survivors, and those warriors were talking about. I do not recall, okay, hearing about any of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna be real. Uh One young lady got up on there and shout out to the victims because they're survivors and they push it on. Okay. Rest in peace to Virginia Gouffre. Okay. Although she's no longer here to continue that fight as a victim, her brother spoke loud and proud yesterday. Understand that for his sister. Okay. She's also a victim of this Epstein situation. Okay. So a group of the victims, and of course it went public yesterday, Faye. They got together. Y'all know they petitioned Congress. They're trying to get this bill passed, hence where Marjorie Taylor Greene comes in. She's saying that she signed the bill, all for it, basically having the stuff released that the victims would like, and just a whole bunch of things inside that actual bill. It is yet to be passed just yet. Marjorie Taylor Greene said she was on board. Y'all know she's in Congress. Miss Built Bad Body. Y'all know how she went off up around there on that Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Lord have mercy. Anyway, but so one of the victims stated yesterday, and literally I have never heard some of these stories. In fact, I don't even know if it was a part of the court system when that Epstein trial officially was going on. But that young lady yesterday said that she was the first original victim, and that the state and the prosecution never called her to say nothing. Okay. She alleged that she was like 14 or 15 at the time. This is not made for kids and under fair use commentary for teaching purposes. Yeah, I never heard of them. Man, it was just standing there. Faye looked like, is this the same trial? Like, yo, I was over there like, we don't recall that. And how is it that a whole entire trial is underway and with several convictions pertaining to Ghislaine Maxwell as well as Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's deceased at this time, allegedly. How is it that an entire trial went down and this young lady saying she's the original victim? Okay, we're not talking about the hundreds and hundreds of victims. Okay, Lord have mercy. The lady said the people never called her. She was never placed on trial, under oath or nothing. And I'm saying to myself, how in the world did you skip where it all began? Okay, who was the prosecutor on that case? These are a lot of open questions, guys. Remember, better put your thinking caps on. This is crazy to hear a lot of these survivors and these absolute, man, warriors. That's all I can look at it as, because they survived. They're pushing ahead and they're telling their story. Okay, they're telling their story. It's really, really crazy. So, all the victims, they did a Trump rally. Greene has been vocal in pushing for the release of the Epstein files. And y'all know Marjorie Taylor Greene, unfortunately, is now saying that she's been getting some backlash. Lord, will she be around for the next seat or whatever? Yeah, she's basically saying that Trump and his administration are now, throwing her a little bit of shade, okay? Because she believes in this particular bill and she absolutely pushed for the release of these files in their entirety, okay? Victims of the convicted offender, Mr. Epstein, they spoke publicly and they were serious, okay? They said they are no longer weak, they're no longer powerless, and they wanted to absolutely speak up. Some of those stories were, absolutely heart-wrenching, okay? Now, fast forward. They're alleging, and we don't know, they're alleging that the Trump administration was basically like the Epstein case was a hoax. Okay, now we've witnessed Agent Orange say several times that everything's a hoax, and I hadn't heard him say that. I will let you know on my community wall if I do. It can confirm that he is treating the victims, the Epstein victims, some of them whom I don't believe that we've ever heard from in our lives. They were serious. I felt sick hearing them. Yup. Why are they coming forward? It's strange. That's why I'm saying, like, it was so many stories. But what was a triggering factor for me was that very first victim. And she sat there and said they never even called her to testify. I was like, excuse me? Make it make sense. She was alleging some big names. Faye, I don't know if you saw that yesterday. She was talking about a lot of big names and stuff like that. Man, make sure y'all smash the like button. Remember, all my replayers, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, they are extremely brave, man, to get on national television. And it's more to the story. I'm gonna do more research because a lot of these women, I don't think we've ever heard of their existence. And I could be wrong, but I don't recall. I mean, some of these stories I heard yesterday in that press conference with these Epstein alleged victims, I'm gonna have to say alleged because I have no knowledge right now to confirm that. However, our prayers and our absolute respect them in the fight that they have ahead of them and the fact that they've taken the steps to be heard. Okay, it is just really, really a lot to uncover. Okay, they're asking the president to please sign off on this particular bill. They want everything released, basically, protect the survivors and things like that. I watched all them. Lots of love. Prayers to them. Yup. It's just really, really crazy. Now, like I said, is there a pushback now because these files were released? Some of it. Now, they're saying that a lot of things have been redacted, okay? So you have to take in consideration, and sometimes you got to make it make sense in your mind and in your mind alone. So it's just a lot. It's an absolute lot, a lot, man. And I'm just hoping that eventually there will be some sort of uh resolution for these victims, alleged victims. Listen to this really quick. Fair use commentary.
Rich and powerful men to traffic and abuse young
fair use commentary
without consequence is a nation that has lost its moral and spiritual core. There is something that is rotten in Washington. Less than 1% of these files.
Yeah, so this is actually a part of the rally, guys. You can check it out, Google it, or it should be on YouTube. Check the rally out. It was just so eye-opening. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, be proud. It was just a bag of emotions. And like I said, my hat is officially off to the victims, and to who's ever involved. May justice come swift. Anybody that protected known or alleged people until it's proven. In that trial, and I'm going to do more research. Like I said, I don't recall some of these stories. And then y'all know they're alleging that some of these things just didn't happen. So is Miss Maxwell guilty or not? Why is she even behind prison bars? Okay. Why is she even locked up? If there was no alleged smex, African, all that stuff and things pertaining to this case. I'm definitely interested on will the president actually sign this bill. Like I said, you got a lot of representatives like Thomas Massey of Kentucky. They spearheaded, to try to get that discharge position to release these files and push forward that bill, to release all this information. And there should there be some sort of, compensation and things like that? Was there for the victims? Like, it's a lot to unpack. Okay. Like I said, Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying she got a lot of pushback. She got a phone call, a late night call. Nobody wanted her. Now, this is what she's alleging, that the administration didn't want her to sign the discharge position. They want to focus on the oversight investigation. And she said she doesn't blame, the president, but some of his staffers. Now, it's finna get ugly because y'all can see that the president don't take too kindly of people close to him or within arm's reach, not doing anything other than supporting his 100% cause, whether it's lawful, unlawful, or whatever. Okay, there's a lot going on. Like I said, I pick and choose what we discuss up over here. In closing, I've been here how long? Oh yeah. In closing, I want to say thank you so much to my jurors, my new jurors, my old jurors that be in the bushes. I see a lot of you guys. I appreciate your support. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna get with the mess, but at the end of the day, I am trying to get back to my niche. Okay, I will do that by the end of this year, Lord willing. Some drama will be behind me or forbidden to ever come near me in my life. So we're gonna get the gettings. Okay. At the end of the day, I appreciate all of you. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the Cash App. We are not monetized until November. We're going to be cleaning up the videos soon, okay? We're going to be, shout out to YouTube for the vertical live. It's so easy breezy, and I appreciate it. You ain't got to do much setup. Just boom, go live. Just go live, man. Just go live. At the end of the day, happy Friday Eve to a lot of you guys. I will be watching. Remember to live, laugh, and love. We love a mess. We love a mess, but sometimes we got to have a mixture. Oh, thank you, Faye. Love and appreciate you too. You watched all the videos? Yeah. Yeah, it's quite sad, man. It's quite sad to continue to see all the stress, man, and then a lot of the things that a lot of us are going through. It is just, it's a mental battle. Okay. At the end of the day, it's just about trying to get through another day. All right. I'm Judge Shady Court. I appreciate all of you. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, go where you want. Go where you are celebrated and simply not tolerated. I'm out.